This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search from my site. $150. This is my Ubereats tonight. It's very cold. And the cold, how cold was it? It was so cold that, and it's also Martin Luther King Day, which is a national U.S. holiday. People pay respect to King in a variety of ways. The national, federal government and banks honor King by not working. However, many businesses are working. So it's kind of a regular day in the city, yet light traffic. I honored King in my own way, a video on this channel. Some time for reflection, some writing. However, I did not honor King by not working. I worked both in my home office and then moved into the city for what I'm going to go through here. So this is 13 deliveries. This is really 6 hours online because I was on and offline just briefly between deliveries. And I also took a meal break, but that was very fast, like 15 or 20 minutes. So I was really from start to finish, I was 6 hours. Only 5.5 of those was actually online. And I did a little more than 2 deliveries per hour. I could only accomplish that with the extreme weather conditions combined with me being on the walking route. So the number of deliveries I did and the amount of time I did them is about maximized. No matter how people are doing this, I just don't think you can get a whole lot faster than 13 in 5.5 hours. $158, and here's the 18 of it was tips, and I'm going to show how many tips I got. So 18 of it was tips. 95 was incentive. Quest is the promotion. Quest is the one that tries to keep you on the platform. As soon as you get one, then you're going to get an incentive if you get 2, and so it really encourages people to stay on the platform. So Quest is Uber's tactique to try to rob the other platforms of their delivery people. And they especially goose it. They especially Quest it when the competition for delivery people is when the delivery people are in short supply and the people who are hungry and want food delivered are in long supply. Just another note about doing the walking route. This is an occasion, if I could influence everyone who does deliveries in the city, there is no reason to be on a biking route tonight. As soon as you go on a walking route, whether you have your own bike, you share bike like me, or you truly walk. I don't advise walking. The routes are too long to actually walk. But people do it. I just don't advise it. I don't do it myself, and I don't advise it. So I do advise everyone who rides a bike to flip to walking when they have a night like this, because there is just no good reason to be on a biking route, because that $95 is triggered purely by delivery count. So if I were on a walking route, I'm going to go back to that other screen. If I were on a walking route, that 13 would have been, I probably would have done better than half, but so 12, 6, I probably would have been like 8, and my incentive would have been significantly less. And the tips are irrelevant to distance. So if you're on a biking account with Uber, then your deliveries are going to be longer, but nobody appreciates the extra distance. Most people don't even know. And listeners, don't take my word on that. If you are interested in this point at all, I'll repeat the point, and then I'll tell you what you should do. And not just if you doubt me, but you just want to have a sense of it yourself. And how do I know what I'm saying is true? So I'm going to repeat it. Nobody cares how far you went to deliver the food. So here's how I know that. If you go to Uber Eats, the ordering app, again, this app is the delivery app for the professionals who deliver the food, but Uber Eats is for the people who order the food. And you look on there, and all you have to do is surf around in that app a little while, and you realize that people are ordering with no clue of how far the restaurant is. You can get free delivery with some promotions, and some of the restaurants, like I picked 500 West 42nd Street Silver Towers as an anchor point to say I wanted to deliver there. And then I looked at what the app was telling me to eat. And in some cases, they're promoting giving free delivery or a discount of other sorts, some type of promotional effort on the app. And yet they're bringing food from as far away as Kips Bay, some Upper East Side, all the way to 500 West 42nd Street. So that's how I know. I will repeat once again, nobody cares how far you went to deliver the food. So if you go a couple of blocks or you go 20 blocks, if it takes you a frequency like I had of 2 per hour, something like 20 minutes or 30 minutes per delivery, if you do that and it's real short, they appreciate it just as much as if you were going further. So again, I will repeat, if you're doing deliveries in the city and you have a night like this, there is no good reason to be on your biking account. So here are my trips. And I'm going to go, there's 5 that I got tips on. This is 5 out of, this is more than a third. So I'll look at the tips one by one. $2. $4. I should look at who these people are, but I don't remember. And there's a $6 tip. And a $4 tip. So 2, 4, 4, 6. 6 was the biggest. And I also got a cash tip. A note about the guy who gave me the cash tip. He's a visitor to New York. I have the sense he was here on business. Only because he's alone. That doesn't mean he's on business. I just have a sense he is. He's a German national resident of Australia. Australia has this record heat wave now. I mean, literally their temperatures are higher than they've been for 8 decades. Incredibly brutal heat in Australia. And he comes, I can only believe he was under-equipped for this weather. And this weather was predicted, so he could have, been prepared and had winter clothing and all that. He's from Germany, so he probably has this clothing. So he confessed to me that he went out to get his own food and he retreated and ended up ordering. He also gave me a cash tip. So that's actually 6 out of 13, almost half gave me tips tonight. And so again, the level of appreciation for walking is every bit as good as biking, and you can do more deliveries if you're walking. Do more deliveries, you get more quest, and you get more opportunity for tips. So 158 in 6 hours, and that, with the advantage of this, it's just incredible. I had this emotional need to pay tribute to King today. I mean, I wasn't going to not work, but, honoring his memory, his legacy on this day felt important to me. So I made time for that. I did some writing. I did a video, a tribute to King. I also did some work from home office type work, some of it actually from my home office, and other kind of phone calls on the way into the city. And then, it's like whatever time is left over, I turned to Uber. So it's the ultimate flexible job, and it's even better when the pay's not bad. So that's the week. that's my week to date, and we're on the first day of the week. I'm already $158, 6 hours of work. So I'm going to do one other thing. See transactions. So all these transactions are, now that's the pay that I got. I got $31 this week for a whole week, and now I'm already at 158. So there's a delivery. That's incentive. That's Quest. That's Quest. So I get $14 right there after one delivery. Interesting. Then that's a delivery. That's a tip. And 7 is probably Quest. And I think that was that one. So there's a delivery. There's a tip. There's Quest. Delivery. Quest. See, it's just crazy. I mean, so if you're not getting tips and you're not getting incentive, Quest or Boost or anything else, then the pay is just miserable. $3. I mean, come on. Less than $3. But yet I turn around and there's a $6 delivery. I wonder why. Each delivery, $6. I don't know which one that is. I could probably find that out. There's a $2 tip, a $10 Quest, then another $10 Quest, $3 delivery, $10 Quest. I mean, it'd just be crazy to flip over to Grubhub and now do their delivery. So this is how Uber keeps you on their platform. When they need you. When they don't need you, you get that, then you get that, then you know, it's just pitifully low, disappointing, embarrassingly low money. There's a $4 tip, one of my last ones. There's an $8 delivery. I don't understand why that's higher. I could look at that later. Well, let me look at it now. $8, because I probably won't look at it later. Payment period posted. Amount $18. I don't know what that is. I don't know why that says each delivery and it's that high. Each delivery. You know, because you do the distance. I was on a walking route, so all the trips are short. As you can see, they're usually less than $3. There's a tip. There's a promotion. Now this was cool because I did that delivery. That was my last one, 8:44. My wife so I ended up going to Port Authority. So 15 minutes later, I already have some food and water from Dwayne Reed. I'm waiting for my wife. Like 5 minutes after 9, she calls me. So I had just gone offline. I could have done another delivery, but it turns out that when I cleared this one and said delivery complete, I got a flash on my screen that I got Quest money. So that told me doing another one would only up me another $3. So I quit. I was ready to quit anyways. So anyways, that's the I did the trips. Those are the transactions. And again, the total numbers for the night include 13 trips. And with the cash tip, 6 of those tipped me, 5 online, 5 in the app, and 1 in cash. I don't know how much the cash tip was. And then in reality, I was working 6 hours, but only 5.5 online. That's minus a lunch break and some miscellaneous time. It was awesome. I stayed warm. My clothes, my strategy was adequate for the cold. Share bikes worked well. I'll flash to share bikes. Okay. Ride history. I don't know why I ended up here. I thought I clicked on ride history. How it works. I'm going to quit very soon. Somehow got out of the app. I didn't mean to do that. Ride history. I'll try it again. Here we go. Here we go. Show my ride history and stats. So if I go, here's the 21st, which is today. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know. Like, so I'm basically I've got more rentals than I have deliveries. So I should look at that 42 minutes. I didn't know that was so close. I get a penalty if I go over 45. So 42. Gosh, I'm going to have to look at that and figure out why I was so close. Because I try to be a little safer. So 15, 21, 19, 23, 31, 4, 6, 21, 27. These are the numbers I like. And then all of a sudden I hit this one, which is dangerously close to a penalty. So that's it. It's been Tom Duty, middle-aged American, living in New Jersey, near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search from my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao. All right. If I still have anyone's attention, it's remarkable you forgot to click away right here. My videos. Right here is my tribute to Martin Luther King, and very uncommon for me. I got a comment on that video. Anyways, this was a nice part of my day. This is a kind of a warm-up to Martin Luther King Day. And this is me ice skating and then a series of Uber Eats. Ciao.